Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring is an on-premises infrastructure monitoring and management platform for hybrid cloud infrastructure. It collects data from a wide variety of data sources, then correlates and analyzes the data to provide recommendations for problem resolution, capacity management, and workload automation. Data collection is agentless and uses API integrations for leading compute, network, and storage infrastructure to obtain information about their performance, health, capacity, and utilization. A wired data source is also available for the most mission-critical workloads to provide true real-time visibility into performance. Application discovery and infrastructure correlation is available through our integrations with leading APM, CMDB, and ITSM vendors. Integrations can be easily configured in a few steps. Once configured, Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring begins discovering resources and properties, all of which are displayed in dedicated inventory views. You can search for any entity from any page in the platform, making it easy to find information on the resource. Every resource has dedicated pages showing important metrics, topology, properties, and related subentities. Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring is application-centric, meaning that it shows you the topology and relationships between the infrastructure supporting your applications. Here we see the topology of the ordering system application, from the application tier down to the storage, all on one page. This application relies on services delivered by various infrastructure types and vendors, from VMware vSphere Compute, to Cisco MDS switches, to Dell vMax and Pure storage arrays. This view shows us the speed of the fiber channel connections between the components. The view is color-coded, with red indicating critical issues and yellow indicating warnings. At a glance, we can see where there are problems in the infrastructure. Hovering over an icon provides a quick view of the number of subentities. Click to drill down on an impacted entity and review its alarms. Alarms and incident alerts check the metric threshold that has been exceeded on a device and tell you there's a problem that involves the identified parts of your IT infrastructure. Here we see that the ESX host triggered an alarm threshold when its CPU utilization exceeded 90% for a 15-minute period. It appears that this alarm has been triggered multiple times in the past week. Virtana provides investigative runbooks to help troubleshoot issues like these. In this investigation, we learn that a common cause of high CPU utilization on an ESX host is an imbalanced vSphere cluster, where multiple CPU-intensive VMs are hosted on a single ESX host. Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring automatically ran one of its analytics, VM Coordinator, to see if the workload can be rebalanced on the cluster to reduce CPU usage. The analytic revealed that 2 VMs could be moved to another host to fix the issue, and provided a script that can be run to move the VMs. This is just one example of how Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring uses intelligence to help guide troubleshooting. Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring has over 100 out-of-the-box reports and dashboards, from something you would run in a NOC, to a specific dashboard for an infrastructure domain. For example, our VP of Infrastructure dashboard shows applications grouped by business importance. You quickly see which applications are having issues, indicated here by the red color. Scrolling down, we see the individual infrastructure components that support the application. Hovering over a component provides more information. Switching to a dashboard for our Platinum Tier ordering system application, we see application-specific information, like a topology view from the context of the infrastructure it is running on. The red halo tells us there are issues in the vSphere infrastructure. Scrolling down, we can view the performance and quickly see that CPU wait times exceeded the set threshold. One of the questions we can answer is whether the application experienced issues because of this. Our integration with AppDynamics lets us show you AppDynamics events overlaid on our charts, indicated by the purple areas. Virtana Infrastructure Monitoring gives you the flexibility to create your own custom reports. Our AI-powered analytics help you with the most common infrastructure monitoring challenges like detecting anomalies to determine if something unusual or abnormal has happened that caused a problem in the infrastructure, performing root cause analysis to identify what may have caused the problem, balancing workloads across infrastructure to get the most value from your infrastructure budget, and forecasting capacity so you know when you'll run out of capacity. Our Capacity Forecast Analytic provides a powerful way to visualize capacity forecasting. It is aimed at giving you time to zero for everything from compute to network to storage. In this case, we'll run the analytic for an ESX host to tell us when we may run out of capacity. The analytic will show us a critical warning if capacity will run out in less than a month, and a warning if it will run out in 6 months. We can choose which metrics to analyze, and which percentile to use to calculate the forecast. The first row gives you a snapshot of your capacity utilization. We can see that CPU usage is stable but memory and disk space usage have warnings. We can also view the rate of change on network usage. Scrolling down, we can view a graph that indicates that memory usage will reach capacity in 49 days. The analytic shows us trend lines for short and long-term trends. This brief overview helps you see how Virtana infrastructure monitoring works and how it provides tremendous value for hybrid cloud infrastructure monitoring.